it's Drea, and today we are making beef stew for the winter weather that has come through. We will be making a beef stew. So I have a few ingredients to share with you. We are also making some catfish. None of that go together, but that's what we got a taste for today. Is some catfish. We got some fries going. We got some hot wings going as well. So stick around. All right, everyone, so I did go ahead and get the ingredients that you will need. You'll definitely need some garlic powder. We have some salt. You know, I keep mine in a canister. We're gonna need some of the, you could use either one of these, okay? Some kind of beef seasonings, Montreal steak seasoning, this street taco steak seasoning, a beef bouillon cube, you can use that as well. You'll need some pepper, okay? You'll need some Mrs. Dash. You know how much I love my Mrs. Dash. And you'll need some Italian seasoning. I'm gonna pop back here and show you the fresh ingredients you'll need as well. So you're going to need, I have already my carrots and celery chopped up in here. You're gonna also need some onions. You'll also need some bell pepper, okay? So, you know, like I said last time, if you watched my previous video, I'll insert it here. But yes, if you know from last time, I go to the store and I chop up everything and I put it in these little Ziploc bags. It makes it so much easier when you do it like that. This is the bell pepper. I had the red, the yellow, the orange, and then I do a separate bag for the green. But we'll be putting this in our beef stew. You'll also need some corn, and you'll also need your choice of bean. You can put ground meat in this. It's totally up to you. The possibilities are really endless, and you'll also need some tomato sauce to make it a beef stew. Okay, so instead of the tomato sauce, what I'm using is, one of my also favorites is this Prego traditional tomato sauce. We're gonna use that, and I have a fresh tomato that I'll be chopping and putting in there as well. So without further ado, let's get the cooking. All right, everyone, so we're gonna go ahead and start adding our seasonings to this pot so the water will be all nice and ready to go. What is this game? All right, y'all, so now that we have everything in our pot, as far as the liquid goes, as far as our vegetables, we're gonna just let that brew for a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our rice because I want that to be boiling as well, and then we'll get started on our catfish. So in your medium-sized saucepan, you wanna go ahead and add 2 cups of water. And let's bring that to a boil over high heat. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little salt to the water. Grab you a plastic bowl so you can put your catfish in. There's our catfish. All right, so now you want to melt some butter. I'm probably going to use 2 to 3 tablespoons. On your butter stick, it does show where each little tablespoon is. Like I said, I'm probably going to use about 3. And we're going to go ahead and melt that in our microwave. One of these, and we'll melt that butter right on up in there. Run that right on in here. Really doesn't need that long. Once that comes to a boil, we'll go ahead and add our rice. You are using 1 cup of rice, okay? So we'll go ahead and rinse our measuring cup here. 1 cup of rice. Now that you have your 1 cup of rice, you're gonna go ahead and rinse that off. All right, now we are just about ready. This is almost up to a boil. That one has started boiling back there. You just wanna go ahead and stir all that together. All right, and it's just about ready for your beef to go in. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Now, as far as your catfish goes, or whatever fish you about to cook, because you know you had a good taste for it, Today we're using catfish because we're making fried catfish. We are gonna do some seasonings here. You're gonna definitely need your Old Bay seasoning. I'm using a little Larry's lemon pepper. You'll need some paprika. You'll need a little butter as well as some lemon juice. Or you can use fresh lemon juice, it's up to you. So we're gonna go ahead and add that on our fish. And I'll also add some garlic powder and salt and pepper. Now you want to go ahead and mix it up. I'm just going to give my hands a quick wash before I start mixing it up. All right, let's go to mixing. All right, now that you're done washing your hands, you're going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator just for a few minutes so that that seasoning can really penetrate that meat. And we're going to go ahead and cover it and put it in the refrigerator just for about 10-20 minutes. As you can see, this one's boiling. Now this one's boiling. It's ready to go in. Once your rice is in, make sure you stir it up. Get a spoon here. You're going to stir up your rice. Let it come to a boil. Make sure you stir it back there. And it is now ready for your... All right, y'all, so in this cup, you can also use, instead of the flour and water, you can also use some cornstarch. Make sure you stir your rice. Your chicken wings and your fries. And now, you're gonna take a pan that looks like this. Something, you know, a little deeper, and it doesn't have to be too big. And you're gonna go ahead and get your ingredients for that. So for this dessert, y'all, we are gonna need some Betty Crocker or whichever brand, it doesn't matter. Some chocolate chip cookie mix. You're gonna need some brownie mix. And you're also gonna need some Oreos. All right, now into your pan, you're gonna go ahead and spray some non-stick spray on here. Now you're going to go ahead. Round and around. All right, y'all, now that all of your cookie mix is completely mixed up, you're gonna put it at the bottom of your pan. All right, y'all, so once you have put your cookie dough at the bottom, you're gonna go ahead and line that up with your Oreos. All right, y'all, so we did go ahead and add our ground meat as well as our beef roast to our stew. We're just stirring it up here. It's getting very thick now. Our rice is completely done. I did go ahead and put the top on and reduce the heat. It is now completely done, so I did turn that off. Our dessert, I put everything in a bowl. I'm just gonna stir that up and then place it on top. All right, y'all, so we have everything in here for our brownie. We're just gonna add some sprinkles on top. And there we are, y'all. I'm gonna stick that right on in here. And then we'll go ahead and plate the stew with the rice. And we do need to get started on our catfish next. All right, y'all, so we are completely done. Except for the catfish, I have to run to the store for some grease so we can deep fry that. But everything else came out really nice and it's done. We did go ahead and get our stew. I put some sausages on top because I like sausages in mine. Let me just say, do y'all see that? There's cookie at the bottom, the Oreos right in the middle, and then the brownie on top. And I was being a big bag by putting the whipped cream on top of that, but honey, I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this wonderful meal. If y'all like this video, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications for the next time I post a video. Thank y'all again. Bye. All right, everyone, so this is the next day. I am gonna go ahead and fry our catfish. I have some flour. We're gonna go ahead and season that with some Old Bay. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of that in here. Then you're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of paprika, depending on how spicy you want it. I just added a little since the kids will be eating this as well. And I'm adding some Larry's lemon pepper seasoning. And then I'm adding some Dano seasoning as well. So in this bag, you'll have the flour, your fish fry, and your seasonings. For the Dano, I probably used about a tablespoon. Alright, so once all of your seasonings are in your bag, you're going to go ahead and shake it up. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to shake everything up. Shake it real well so that all of your seasonings are into your mixture. So I'm just going to test to see if the oil is hot. Once your oil is hot enough for your fish to fry, you're going to go ahead and I have some egg. I think I have 2 to 3 eggs inside of the little bowl. I'm going to go ahead and stir or whisk the eggs together. And then I'm dipping each piece of fish. The fish is seasoned as well, so I'm dipping the fish into the egg first and then dropping it into our flour fish fry batter. Alright, so once everything is coated, you're just gonna go ahead and you want to shake off any excess amount. So here you can see that I'm shaking it, and then you want to lay it in your pan away from you. Always lay the fish or anything you're frying, always lay it away from you. Alright, so I'm just going to repeat the process here, shaking off any of the excess amount and then dropping the fish in. So I'm just going to repeat all of that until all of the fish is done. Then you're going to want to flip it once it's this golden brown color here. I'm draining off any of the excess oil because we definitely don't want any of that. And then I'm putting it in a bowl here. Once it is in that bowl, I'm just going to top it off with some lemon pepper seasoning. And then I'm just going to shake it to make sure that it's coating all sides of the fish. And then I'm going to plate it. So on here, I'm plating it on top of a napkin just to catch any of that extra grease. And then I'm just going to repeat the process. Here is a look at how you want it to brown. So you want a nice golden brown. You don't need to, if you want, you can deep fry it, but I'm not deep frying it. You are playing me. I'm not a toy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Child hunger in America is a leading issue. Almost 14 million children are without food every day. Now is your time to put on your halo and let's end child hunger. Your generous donation will help fight hunger across our nation. And here's how you can help.